In this video, I'll be covering 5 signs that your life is being controlled by your ego. Hi, this is SALIMAH of SALIMAH and if you're looking to build a life that's in alignment with your soul and a business that's in alignment with your soul, then you're in the right place. Please hit the bell icon and the subscribe button below so you can be notified of videos I make every Wednesday. So I thought I would cover this topic today about, first of all, what is ego? Your ego is your false self. It's not the real you. Your ego is something that you acquire while you're here on this earth, and it actually deactivates your life's infinite potential because it's not the real you. So I want to cover 5 signs that show you that you are living an ego-centered life. So number 1, it is, I am what I have. If you're defined by your possessions, then you're ego-centered, and this is not who you really are. The I am, that is you, that is really you, that is your soul, is not defined by the possessions that you have. Meaning, if you have lots of material possessions on this earth, that doesn't make you better than anybody who doesn't, because all these material possessions will stay here when you pass away and when you leave this earth, and your soul will be going into the next phase, and it is eternal. So you should never define yourself by your possessions, because that's not who you really are. The second is, I am what I do, and you are defined by your achievements, meaning, I am a doctor, I am a dentist, I am a nurse, and you get all your pride from being that, as opposed to having the pride of being part of your creator's intelligence, being your soul. So the I am that's being defined by your career is, again, not eternal. It will end one day when you leave this earth. You are not going to be leaving this earth as you'll be leaving it as a soul, and therefore you will not be a doctor or dentist. Those are all roles that we acquire while we are here on this earth. That's not the real you. That's not the real I am. The third one is, I am what others think of me. So you're defined by your reputation of what others think of you. In the meanwhile, you know yourself the best, and you should not be giving that power to someone else and worry about your reputation, because if you go in a room with 500 people, there'll be 500 opinions about you, and you should not worry about that. As long as you know who you are and why you're doing what you do, don't worry about others' reputation, others people's opinion of you and what your reputation is, because again, the reputation that other people have about you is defining them, not you. And that reputation will remain here because the essence of you, which is your soul, cannot be worrying about, and it doesn't worry about other people's opinion about it. It's here to serve a function, and it will serve that function. It will grow. It will serve others. That's what it's really here to do. It's here to fulfill a purpose, and don't worry about what others' opinion is about you, because like I said, they don't understand what your purpose is. And then number 4 is, I am separate from everybody, meaning you're being defined by your body. And although it's important to recognize that you are currently, your soul is inside a body and it's a separate body, whenever you completely define yourself from that, that's when there's an issue, because as long as everything is in balance, your personality is serving your soul, you are fine. But when you completely define yourself by your body, meaning, if I'm not skinny, I'm not beautiful. If I'm not size 0, I'm not beautiful. And those are all things that society has come up with, who's beautiful and who's not. Women, men come in different shapes and sizes, and everybody's beautiful, because again, the essence, which is the soul, never changes. It is always the same, and nobody can tell you that you're beautiful because of your body, because it's the soul that's the real you, and it's changeless, formless. Number 5, I'm separate from God. We're not separate from God. We have come from God, we'll go back to God, and God's light is inside of every one of us, despite our age, despite our sex, despite our sexuality. All of us are the same. We all have God's light inside us. And when we leave here as a soul, we're all the same. We have the exact same soul inside of all of us. And that is why nobody's separate from God. We're all a piece of God. We're all God's masterpiece. And we are individualized expression of God. So we're not separate from God. God is inside us, each one of us. And it's always here to guide us. As long as we align with that, with our real self, and we live our life from that alignment, there's always guidance. God is walking next to you, and God will guide you as long as you take the time to form that relationship with God, connect with God, meditate, and listen, and take action, and be the instrument for God, and do serve your purpose from that. So I hope these things help you, and I hope you realize that these are the signs that you're living from your ego, if those are the things that you are defining yourself by. And try to change that and align yourself to your soul, and let your soul guide you and take charge. And the personality, your ego, should follow the soul, not the other way around. The ego screams, so we hear the ego first, but the soul whispers. So take the time to be in the silence and listen to the soul for guidance. So again, I'll just quickly cover the signs, 5 signs that you are being driven by your ego. Number 1 is I am what I have. So you're being defined by your possessions and not by your soul. Number 2, I am what I do. Again, you're being defined by your achievements, and again, that's not real you. I am what others think of me, and again, that's not the real you. Everybody has a reputation about you, and that shouldn't matter. Number 4, I'm separate from others, and we're all connected. We're all connected. We all come from the same place. We might have different color, different body type, but nobody's better than you. Everybody's the same. You may be in a body that society says is not good, but that shouldn't define you. You are a soul first, which is ageless and formless. And number 5, that I'm separate from God, because you're not. God's light is inside each one of us, and we are all equal. We are all the same, despite what possessions we have, what degrees we have, whether we have, what careers we have, what reputation we have. We are all equal, and we are all the same. And live your life from that. I hope this video served you. Please share it with whoever else it may serve. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of videos I make every Wednesday. Thank you for watching.